Hello everyone, it's Irene Green and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but I came back to Istanbul and I really, right now in this time, I feel really reconnected with myself, spending a lot of time with family, rethinking a lot of stuff. And as you can see, I dyed my hair, went back to basics, to my natural hair color. Um, and Also, I took my nails off. I just felt very grounded, very meditative, and I feel like I needed this time, and I still gonna be experience it for a few weeks before flying back. Um, and uh, I felt this urge a few days ago that I was thinking, hey Rina, you are working less right now and you are in the place you really love. You feel a lot of energy here. I really love Turkey. I really love Istanbul. This place has a lot of energy for me. Obviously, as any other places has its downsides, and do really understand that. But I was like feeling reconnected with my past, how I spent my time like 1 year ago, 2 years ago here, and I felt like, why are you as not as active as you were? Why are you not like filming? Why are you not doing the stuff? Even though we have time right now, specifically here, um, and I just realized that I'm literally pushing myself into doing something, whereas I do understand that, and everybody understand that there is a discipline of showing up even if you don't like it, but there is a time where being silent and being in silence is okay, and not only okay, but it's extremely needed, and that's what I feel like I experienced. And that's why I wanted to film something about self-awareness, something about the this art of being self-aware. And I think this all aligned, like my hair, my silence, and this going back to yourself is very important, because I think with the news, with working culture, with spinning world around us, it's really easy to get absorbed in distractions. And I myself, instead of like reflecting what I feel, being in the silence, I were pretty often dismissed into scrolling, into other distractive activities, whereas what I needed is to sit in the silence. And silence is very uncomfortable for a lot of people, and understanding, because the silence brings you self-awareness. You see who you are, where you are in this life, what needs to be changed, because when you sit in silence, those thoughts that you're not good enough, why I'm not as skinny, why I'm not as successful, why I'm not this, they do appear. And you cannot dismiss them. I mean, you can temporarily scroll, but then in the end of the day, you're gonna lay down to sleep, and these thoughts, these destructive, this overpopulating thoughts in your head, they're gonna come back. So this going back to yourself, this sitting in silence, I think it's very important. And that's I think how I felt going back to natural, to myself, because obviously a lot of people would say, oh, this looks better on you, this like is better for you. Maybe it is, but that's how I felt, and that's how I wanted to be in this moment. I wanted to reconnect with something that maybe no longer there, to like gain a new lesson, to just re-explore myself, and to understand again who I am, to get more connected to the people around me, to my family, to the God, to like everything. Um, so going back to yourself and connecting to who you really are is important. And for people for you, it can be something like something different from me. For example, me, I can just walk to the places I walked before. I can just do activities I like to do in the past, and This way I bring some emotions, I reinvent for myself, I rejuvenate myself. But for you, it can be like journaling, it can be meditation, it can be calling an old friend. Um, we're not coming to some toxic past. We're not talking about this right now. We come in, and what we're coming back to something useful. And what I'm talking about is like being understanding and acceptive of who you are, and like what you did, how you came to this point. Because the silence, it's I think sometimes it brings you to a sense of self-judgment, um, which is okay if you feel it's normal to feel bad about your past mistakes or something that you didn't do well enough, and you understand that you could have done better. But in reality, everything is in this life is temporary. And that, I think, what the main part of self-awareness, of the silence with yourself, is that you should understand that um, your mistakes have been and gone. You really doing a big sin to the God and to yourself while staying and in this mindset that um, that you torturing yourself, you torturing this attachment to this problem for no reason, because you already passed there. You learn your lesson. Just be a better person. Just ask yourself and the God for forgiveness, and never do it again. It's a time, the silence, this attachment to the problem. I think it's now is the time to realize that it's not useful for you at all. And as I said, just sit in this silence, realize that everything in this life is temporary, and follow what brings you ease. Because sitting and grieving is okay. Sitting and grieving for some time is okay. But if you build up your life about being a victim, you just make yourself sad. And that's what I come to realize, because there's some situation, I don't want to deep down into it, I don't want to complain, just that I do understand that everybody struggles in some way or another, but I do feel like making your life around the problem, not you the center of your life, but this problem, this past, this temporary issue you have, and taking the power, your power away and put it into this problem, it's a big mistake. And what you should rather do, and what I'm trying rather do right now with my current problems I have in life, like my work-life balance and other stuff, I think I just enjoying this ease, this silence. I see the signs, and I think that when I pretty soon, like maybe in a few weeks, maybe even today, when I feel like it is time to move on, to like do a big step, I will do it. But what I'm not planning to do is just sitting and stare at, we cannot, I do remember I was reading this book, don't remember where, if I will remember I will write it below, but it was saying, but we cannot sit and stare at our wounds forever. Like, we cannot stare at our wounds forever. We should do something with that. We should clean this dirt inside the wall, because when you think about the same issue over and over again, it's never healing. Like, it's like you put a stick into your wound and just like scratching it constantly, and it's never healing. You should take out the stick, take out this trash you put into this wound, and just give it time, but not just sit and cry about it. And just, I think being self-aware is understand that yes, there's a problems in the life, but this is all just temporary. Even the good things does not last, and that's the beauty of this life. That's why we should cherish the beautiful moments and let go easily of the one that you don't like. And I think that self-awareness is the mastering of self-awareness is exactly this, that you practice this detachment slowly but surely, And I'm not just, when I say about good stuff, some people might think, oh, but I love this person so much. It doesn't mean you should love them less. It means that just, even though maybe it's the love of your life and you're really gonna spend them this life and the afterlife, if you believe in this, you're gonna spend with them all this time. But in this world, in this life, everything is temporary. So they're gonna die one day. You're gonna die maybe earlier than them. I don't know. This might happen, and that's okay. That's how this life works. And with living more positively, a bit humorous about what's going on day to day, sitting in this silence and embracing this silence, we're getting better in understanding ourselves, in listening ourselves. Because the moment you go to distraction, you also like switching to this mode of silencing yourself. You don't want to be with your inner thoughts in what is meant for you, and like reflecting onto how you can advance your life. And I think that is really important. That's what it's real. That what is really this life about. This life is a test. This life has a lot of struggles, but as I said, and that's how I'm gonna finish this video, just trust into yourself. Just trust into the God's plan. Just um, just be present and detached, but cherish this moment. That's how I'm going to finish this video. I feel like um, I just love filming the small videos when something happens to my life and I want to somehow reflect and reconnect with what's going on. And it's very interesting to just observe and see how world changes, how everybody changes, and which impact it does to you, to me personally, and to you, I think. So yeah, just have a nice evening, day, whatever you have. I do really love when you leave me comments on some videos. Thank you guys for that. I do read everything, and I just try to heart everything that I read. When I heart something, I don't heart it because I didn't read. I heart it because I read it. So thank you for this nice comments. That's what keeps me inspired to do this content and just share all of this stuff. Yeah. So as I said, have a nice day, evening, whatever you have. Be present, cherish the moment. And I love you guys. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.